Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm going to do a little update refresher of how to mod LSPDFR in 2020. I have videos from, I believe, 2018 and also 2019. Not much has changed, but just so that way there's a little bit of updated information out there. I know those videos did really well, and a lot of people were able to install this stuff. I'm hoping because of my tutorials. I know that there was a ton of comments and questions, and a lot of people seemed like they started modding it, which is a really good thing because this mod is probably one of the best mods for any game ever. The guys at LSPDFR, they do such a great job. It's really just an awesome mod. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend. If you know somebody that has it, try it on their computer, or if you want to get into it, this is probably going to be the best way to do it. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over to lcpdfr.com, and then there'll be the downloads tab, and you're going to hit, I'll just do it so that way you see it. Go to the downloads tab, and you have three different things. You have GTA 4, GTA 5, and RDR2. So click on GTA 5, and over here on the left you'll see LSPDFR. So this is the main base of the game. So it's going to give you some information telling you that you need to have a clean copy, all this other stuff. And it's not because the mod won't work. It's just if you're starting from fresh, it's just so much easier. You're not going to try and overwrite files that possibly can get corrupted in the mix or anything like that. They also have like their changelog, and I mean they're on 0.4.6, and I know it's 0.4, but in reality it's version 4. All the different changelogs, so you can see what has been updated. And they do update it regularly. The last time it was updated was on Christmas Eve. But what you're going to do is you're going to click on this. Oh, first of all, what I highly recommend is creating an account. Reason for it is if every time you try and download something, if you don't have an account, it's going to ask you for a reCAPTCHA authentication, and it's a pain in the ass, especially if you're downloading stuff for the first time and you're going to really start modding your game, and you're downloading 30 files, and you got to do a reCAPTCHA for every single one. Plus, then once you're in game, you can actually sync everything to it. So come over here to download file, and it'll give you two options. It'll either give you the manual install or the automatic install. I recommend doing the automatic one, so that way it's foolproof. So click download. And then, if you didn't have an account, this is where it's going to ask you to verify and do all that other nonsense. And a lot of times those reCAPTCHAs, they don't work. They suck. So once it's downloaded, I go to wherever your downloads go. Mine just go to my download folder, and I already actually downloaded it. So it's going to ask you to run it as admin. You're going to hit yes, and it's going to unpack all the data. So choose your language. It's going to give you a little recommendation. You have to accept their terms of service. So if you only have one hard drive, it should automatically find where your Steam folder and your GTA 5 folder is. Mine's already there, but I'm going to do this on a different hard drive. So then it's going to go through and it's going to install the necessary files. And then it's going to ask you to launch the first time configurator. I recommend doing it. So hit finish, and it's going to bring you to this. So it'll actually help you, and it'll download the Rage plugin automatically. So all you have to do is go show license. And then you just have to accept. And then it's going to ask you, do you want to change your settings? Because they recommend disabling the version text rendering and setting all plugins to load on start. Just have them do it for you. From there, LSPDFR has been successfully installed. So then you're going to navigate to that window, or I'm sorry, to that file. And this is pretty much all the files that it installs. You're going to have some of these automatically. It's going to override them. Like I said, this is not my GTA 5 folder. I didn't want to overwrite anything. Here's your your main LSPDFR files, and then all of your plugins, your callouts, all that stuff is actually going to go in this folder here. So here's LSPDFR, and I'll show you on my own what it looks like. So if we navigate over to that, Steam apps, common, and then there's GTA 5. So here's my LSPDFR folder. Obviously there's more files here because like my stuff is synced and you know all that good crap. So then if you go down to my plugins, I run EUP, CopHolster, vehicle spotlight, and vehicle keys, which is actually cool. I've never used it before. I don't know if it's necessarily new, but it's new to me. So it actually gives you the option to lock or unlock your car, so it's more realistic. But you're going to click on the LSPDFR folder, and then here is where all of your plugins are. So I run a pretty minimal setup. I don't overdo it and have a ton of garbage in there because all it does is slow your computer down, and it doesn't matter what system you have. I have a pretty damn good computer, and the more crap I put in here, the lower your frame rates are. It's just kind of the nature of the beast. You know, I run for the basic stuff, you know, LSPDFR plus, computer plus, interaction plus. I do run the EMS mod, search warrant, stop the ped, and ultimate backup. That's the extent of the actual scripts that I run. As far as my callouts, I run Peter U, Tacco's highway callout, the regular highway callouts, and then variety callouts. That's it. The more you add stuff in, the more it gets so stupid. You know, I'm not gonna have 60 different callout mods when there's no point. You can't do all those callouts at once, and if you have them running and you're accepting a call, it is so insane of a call like every 3 seconds. Like, it's not realistic. Yeah, you're gonna be busy, it's gonna be fun, but it's not gonna be realistic of a real job. You know, they might get one call out, two call outs in a 6-hour period, sometimes in an entire shift. You know, you're gonna basically be patrolling, looking for people, and that's what I like to do. I do actually have a couple more that I just wasn't paying attention to. I was only looking at the folders. Obviously, traffic policer is a must mod. Officer status, that's more of an aesthetic, like immersion, to where you can sit there and say you're 10-8, you're 10-6, all that shit. More radio chatter is really cool because if you're in your car, it sounds like you're in a real police car. You know, there's traffic coming through the radio waves. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. So once you get to this point, like if you see all this and you're ready to download mods, you're good to go. Like, you could start the game. It's gonna be kind of boring, but you could start the game and start doing stuff on your own. If you need to know how to install mods or plugins, callouts, different scripts, police cars, I'll link it in the description because I have other videos on how to do that. I have a complete like series, I guess, of how to completely mod this game. I think I even have stuff like how to create your own custom liveries for your police cars. So I'll just link all that. I'm not going to show everybody all that stuff. Nothing's changed with that. It's just going to get repetitive. I do run ELS because, you know, in this, it's awesome. In 5M, it sucks. But then, you know, when you're ready, the rage, I take it and I make a shortcut and bring it over to my desktop. You click it and it starts going through. Unfortunately, the new Rockstar launcher that is god awful. It takes a little bit longer, but I'll fast forward through this shit so you guys don't have to watch it.
Alright, you can go now.
So when you load in the first time, it's not gonna automatically put you here. It's gonna be, you know, you're gonna create your character, everything else. I'm not starting over to do that, so, but no, this is going to be pretty much how it is. You can hit, this should show up, it should start in the loading window, it should show you LSPDFR if it's installed correctly. As you can see, it has my name, police department. You know, if you should have this tab here where it says LSPDFR. You can change your character, you can set the callout multiplier, you know, world event multiplier, all that good stuff. It'll tell you what callouts have loaded. But yeah, it's pretty much it. You know, they haven't changed much. You know, it's one of those deals where, you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And I think they have done an amazing job with, you know, everything. They keep making it better, and I can just imagine where it's going to be at in another 6 months. You know, hopefully GTA 5 is still around for a while. I think because of stuff like LSPDFR and 5M is the reason why it's still around and still relevant. But
thank you guys so much for watching. For more content, follow me on Twitch. I stream on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment. I'll talk to you guys later.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!